Ultra Fire cervical care pillow. Even orthopedic doctors are using it. Orthopedic X.
And yeah, the wind's definitely picking up. This is Can you look at the severe warning storm west of Macon, Missouri? Yeah, we can look at it here in a second. Actually, that's pretty interesting. Well, obviously, we're watching right now a very strong, severe storm right now moving through west side of Springfield. The storm up near Macon is a little bit more interesting, but it should stay elevated. I'll talk more about it here in a second. Winds are definitely strong here west of Springfield, that's for sure. And again, the tornado threat could increase as these get closer to Springfield. We still have a couple little areas of rotation, which are QLCS tornadoes that are trying to develop. This is definitely 60 to 70 mile per hour winds here right along I-44. So if you are somebody that's traveling along I-44 right now, anywhere around or just west of Springfield, definitely a heads up. Back over near Mount Vernon, Missouri, we are definitely talking about 60 to 70 mile per hour winds with this severe storm. And we could even get a couple of tornadoes out of this segment as it continues to track to the east. These are definitely some high winds right now moving through this area. All right, back over to live radar. I do want to point out a couple of things. So somebody was just asking about Macon in Missouri. We have one storm way back up here to the north near Kirksville. And you might be thinking it's discrete, might produce a tornado. Well, not necessarily. It's not in a very favorable environment for that. The temperatures are in the upper 50s up here, and the dew points are only in the mid to upper 50s as well. So this should be mainly an elevated hailstorm with as well as a little bit of damaging winds. Not really expecting much of a severe weather risk out of this particular storm when it comes to at least tornadoes, but there will continue to be at least some quarter-sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds as that moves to the north. We do still have a few storms that are trying to go here in northeastern Missouri. Again, these are ones that could become more concerning if they are able to form, but I think for the most part, these are all north of the warm front. So if they could stay north of the warm front, we shouldn't really see much of a tornado risk out of that activity. West of Springfield, again, we got a significant line of thunderstorms that's going to be knocking on your doorstep in Springfield, Ash Grove, and Bolivar here very soon, with significant damaging winds as high as 70 miles per hour, and we could start to see a few tornadoes come into play with some of the rotation that we're starting to see on the leading edge of this line. We still have a little bit of rotation near Aura that's going to be heading up towards Springfield. We have a little bit of rotation that's trying to get going near Mount Vernon that's heading towards Ash Grove, and a little bit near Willard. Speaking more about Missouri, Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, I'm sure you saw me drawing it, but I have a beautiful picture over on the second computer of our current temperatures in Missouri. Obviously we've been talking about sort of two separate lines of storms. We have our linear convection over here near the blue line, and we have our more discrete convection over here in this area. Anything that has actually been able to be a proper storm that's well rooted in the environment and then work its way over the warm threat or the warm front has almost instantly produced a tornado upon reaching the warm front. So our warm front is going to continue down here over the next couple of hours as we also see this front work its way east. I personally think that our highest chance for a strong tornado would be up here along our warm front. Anything that goes across that line will produce our tornado. Of course, we also have our QLCS threat over here along our other front. And this is going to work its way throughout the state for basically the entire day. We're kind of seeing this play out exactly how we thought it would. So as long as we keep an eye on that line of temperatures, as soon as if you're standing outside and you feel that the temperature is cooler than it was earlier, guess what? You're probably out of the threat for the rest of the day.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. Also, we are getting some damage reports. This is going to be back over in Missouri. This is from Tornado Pagey. This is over in Milford, Missouri. So this is an area that we've had some supercells go through. We've also had we had at least, I think, one tornado near Joplin not long ago. And this is a view of some of the damage that has come out of this area from Tornado Pagey. And you'll notice that there are some tree branches down here on the roadway, which is at least some sort of wind damage here. And then also, the next photo here also showing some of the tree damage here in and around Milford, Missouri, and then also power lines reportedly down as well. But definitely a lot of trees down in this area. High winds, definitely a factor. Now, not all the time when we have tornado warning cells do we have tornadoes, but with the storm that we had here, again, this was a long-tracked supercell that was embedded in our line of thunderstorms that was rotating the entire time. And you can see the swath here of different damage reports that we've had. We have multiple, we actually have more new reports now coming in north of Carthage, but plenty of trees and power lines down from that storm. And that one, we do think at least produced a tornado west of Joplin. We're not sure if it did further to the north of Carthage, but nonetheless, a lot of damage reports coming out from that storm, which is now all the way back up here near El Dorado Springs, moving towards Warsaw. We have 2 new severe thunderstorm warnings. They are both massive. We have a new one just south of Sedalia near Bolivar, Missouri, and we also have one for Springfield going back down through Branson and Forsyth. And this is going to be for damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour and quarter-sized hail. And there's also a tornado possible label on the segment, as we could easily see a couple of tornadoes embedded in this line of thunderstorms. And this extends, by the way, all the way down into western Arkansas. We pretty much have severe warning stretching about let me get a measurement here. This is about 300 miles or so, 257 to be exact, 257 miles of straight up severe thunderstorm warnings that stretch all the way from central Missouri back into western Arkansas. But the other one also for Harrison and Green Forest, and also looks like we have a little bit more rotation now developing near Huntsville. So a little bit of rotation right now near Huntsville, Arkansas, that's going towards Hugh and Harrison. So we may get a tornado out of this storm at some point down the road as that eventually goes towards.
Your pants are a top priority because they should be your last. Dockers.
I don't want to disrespect anybody and say your town name wrong. That's the last thing I want to do. All right, Omaha, Bergman, Harrison, Jasper, all the way down to Clarksville, Arkansas now. This is Boone, Johnson, Newton, and Pope counties in Arkansas. You're now under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next hour. Get indoors, away from windows. Some places that might be impacted by the 60-mile-per-hour winds include the Ozark Campground, the Sam Thorns Campsite, and the West Campground. Additionally, we have places like the Claude Parish Community Health Clinic, the North Arkansas Regional Medical Center, and the Alpena Community Center. Get indoors, away from windows. If you're in a campground, abandon the tent. Get to the bathhouse, the central concrete building where the showers are, and hang out there until the storm passes. 2 minutes left on our tornado warning. Are we going to have a moment where we have no tornado warnings? That would be super cool. But I probably just jinxed it, to be honest. St. Louis, yeah, we'll be talking about St. Louis at some point, maybe. Actually, I don't even know. Like, let me pull up some stuff here. Let me pull up the stuff. Let's look at the future radar while we have a moment with no tornado warnings. Let's check out that HRRR forecast. I should have had this pulled up already. All right, so here's about where we are right now with this line of storms. Here's where we will likely be about 2 hours from now, with strong storms continuing in northeast Arkansas, Missouri, more central portions of Missouri, getting into more southern and southeastern portions of Missouri, more central Arkansas here. Storms will make it into St. Louis probably around 9 or 10 p.m., but they will be quite a bit less strong, if that makes sense. So, honestly, the prime time for severe weather has been from 3 Eastern, and it looks like things are going to start calming down probably around 8 or 9 Eastern. So, St. Louis, you guys are going to get in on some storms. I can't rule out even a tornado warning later, but definitely doesn't look like you're going to be the target zone for today. And the same can be said for any town to the east of St. Louis, including y'all down there in Memphis. There's going to be some storms early in the morning, maybe close to midnight, but it's not going to be anything considerable, likely. Unlike this severe thunderstorm that's about to come into Warsaw right now, it actually literally is considerable. 70-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. That's going to be coming up into Cross Timbers, Wheatland, Humansville, Bolivar, Halfway, Morrisville, and Pleasant Hope here soon. Uh-oh. Something's dangling right here. But that is just a scary-looking cloud. I saw y'all getting freaked out about that in the chat. We've got honestly, we've got no tornado warnings right now. We do have a couple of areas that we're watching with some rotation, but no active warnings right now. One of the areas that we're watching is down here in Arkansas. Meteorologist Andy Hill has a medium. We do have a couple of areas.
Go digital and get paid up to 4 times faster with QuickBooks Payments on the QuickBooks mobile app. Create instantly payable invoices. Just send a link and customers can send money from anywhere. Don't wait on checks in the mail. Even accept pay in multiple ways. Download today.
But what we do have is some widespread damaging winds. I think this Boeing line segment right here is going to cause some power outages and likely lots of down trees the farther east it goes into Wablu. That just came out so naturally. Also, Iconium, Brownsford, Bentonville, Missouri. This is coming up towards Bolivar and Fairplay and Hermitage as well. This is probably the strongest storm that we have right now. Anytime you see that Boeing, that's usually an indication that we have some very strong winds coming out of there. So, my goodness, and how's my family in Halltown? This is what it looks like in Halltown right now. We just talked about the storm moving into Halltown. Now we can see there in Missouri, through the Missouri Department of Transportation traffic camera, it looks pretty gnarly. Z, that's not true. I actually tried that and I get clowned on every single time. He says, if the town name looks French, just throw a little bit of a French accent on there and you'll be fine. No, that is not true. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan. First thing I'm noticing here for our next tornado warning is going to be around Marble, Arkansas, and Huntsville, Arkansas. So that one that I have medium confidence highlighted on, I think will be our next tornado warning. So watching that one closely, but it's definitely been improving every scan that we've been looking at it here as it enters Carroll County, Arkansas on the southern side. So y'all watch out in Green Forest, Albina, and maybe parts east of Berryville, Arkansas.
All right. Thank you so much. meteorologist Andy Hill for the update there. Y'all watch out. Also, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warnings that goes out to Hot Springs, Arkansas. This is a tornado possible. Severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour straight-line winds. This is going to come into Mount Ida. It's going to go over towards Lake Wichita, Mountain Pine, and Amity and Delight here soon. Or you guys do Ouachita, don't you, for that? Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're watching this as our potential next tornado warning. So up there towards Huff, you guys need to be watching out. As the storm's coming towards you, even without a tornado threat, which the tornado threat is there, but even without that, we're talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds, maybe even some very, very small hail. So you're going to want to be prepared for that. We also have some storms popping up out behind the main line that we are looking at here. These are likely going to cause some small hail very soon, and we're going to keep an eye on them. We got a special weather statement on this one down here north and east of Bartlesville and Dewey in Oklahoma. That's bringing about some penny-sized hail right now as it comes up towards South Coffeyville and Lenape.
Ryan Luann Patton sent in a super chat asking about Shelby County, Illinois. They've got an Easter gathering at 6 p.m. and want to know what weather to expect. Luann adds, "Bless you and the y'all crew for all you do."
I think you guys are going to be fine way over there. That part of the world shouldn't expect any storms today. If you do get anything, we're talking about after midnight tonight. So y'all are good. You're good. If you're just now tuning in, we've got no tornado warnings, but we're cycling through all of these considerable severe thunderstorm warnings as we've got a really strong and potent line of storms moving in to places like Springfield. And surprisingly, Springfield, Missouri, you guys don't have a warning right now, but, the storm that's approaching you is probably producing strong enough winds to knock down tree limbs and maybe cause intermittent power outages. So be prepared in Springfield for that. All right, I got to get something to drink. Be right back.
Hold on to your radar, Ryan. The chat map is blowing up with requests for Nixa, Aurora, and Rolla in Maine, alongside continued concern across central and northern Arkansas. Plus, we're hearing reports of sirens from Mount Vernon, Maine. Also, just a heads up, the locals are chiming in on Wapapello. Seems the consensus is leaning towards something like Waplo or Wapalo. Don't worry, only 1,000 more tiny towns to perfectly pronounce.
All right. Winston says it's not offensive. In Missouri, we make towns impossible to pronounce on purpose to identify who's local and who's not. I can tell. One of these days, though, you're not going to get me. I'll pass as a local. It's already happening for me in Mississippi and Tennessee. All right, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to fly to it. And we're going to tell you all the details about it. This is going to be for Conway, Johnson, Logan, Perry, Pope, and Yale counties in Arkansas. This includes Russellville. It does have a tornado possible tag. Notice how this warning is encompassing multiple cells, more discrete cells. So we could have a tornado warning issued for some of these at some point. This includes places like Clarksville, Arkansas, Havana, Danville, Plainview, Ola, Dardendale, Russellville, and Dover. So get to your safe spots indoors, away from windows. Also, if you're in the Carter Cove Campground, Hillbilly Haven Caravan Site, or the Outdoor Living Center RV Park, you probably want to go ahead and get to that more sturdy site-built location at the center of the campground. Arkansas Beauty College is in the path here of a very strong storm capable of producing damage. Also, the Johnson Regional Medical Center is in the path. And we just got ourselves a new tornado watch. Oh my. New tornado watch. Couple strong tornadoes possible. This one goes all the way out till 11 p.m. Central. And it goes way east. Peoria, Springfield, Centralia, Carbondale. How about you over there in St. Louis? Okay. We've got a tornado watch. We're looking at a couple strong tornadoes possible, scattered hail up to ping pong size possible, and scattered gusts up to 70 miles per hour. 5 million people under the gun for severe weather tonight. So we will be monitoring the storms as they move out of central Illinois tonight. I'm sorry, central Missouri tonight into Illinois. So yeah, there you go. Springfield, Centralia, Peoria. You guys are included now in the tornado watch. All right, let's come back over here and zoom out, and I'll show you that. Everybody in the red, pale red color here is now under a tornado watch. So this is a pretty large zone that we're keeping an eye on now. By the way, some of those strong winds just went through Humansville and Wablu. Now they're coming over towards Hermitage and Cross Timbers. Want to keep you guys updated on that. We still believe there could be 70-mile-per-hour winds coming in. So y'all get ready for that. Springfield, Missouri, no warning for you, I believe, at least from what I can see here. But a severe thunderstorm is likely coming into the greater Springfield area. So y'all watch out. Harrison, Jasper, you guys are also in the path of a very strong storm. There is a warning for Springfield. Give me just a second. Yeah, I'll just have to show a graphic. Here for that one. But regardless, Springfield, we do believe that some severe winds and maybe some very small hail is about to come through. I'll show you the graphic for that from NWS Tornado. Ash Grove, Springfield, Highlandville, Saddlebrook, Reed Spring, Kimberling City, and Blue Eye. NWS severe thunderstorm. My bad. You guys are under a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible tag, quarter size hail. So yeah, Springfield, you are under a severe warning, and that's going to be coming in very soon. Very, very strong winds. That's going to be the main threat here over the next 30 minutes or so. Let's just go ahead and do Dalton all Springfield. We've also got a special weather statement, a large one that was just issued for portions of Texas and Arkansas. This includes Texarkana all the way back down to Lone Star, as far north and east as Nashville, not Tennessee, Arkansas. If you're just now tuning in, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Springfield, Missouri. We're watching this come in. It's got a tornado possible tag on it. 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible here in Nixa, Springfield, down to Ozark, all the way down there to Branson. Please get into your safe spot. Interior room, no windows. Power outages are likely, so keep that in mind. Also down here in Arkansas, Russellville, you guys are about to get hit by some strong storms as well in Dardendale. And Andy's got a yaw watch on this storm that's approaching Mountain Pine. Caddo Gap, some light rotation indicated here that could tighten up as it goes off to the north and east towards Plata, Alamo, and Crystal Springs Landing. Y'all watch out. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Sedalia as well, up there in Missouri. And we also continue to have a severe thunderstorm warning for Hot Springs, Arkansas, over the next 27 minutes. Now, it'll probably be extended, but Amity, Okolna, I think next 30 minutes or so, you guys can expect severe storms to move in. Same thing for you guys in Harrison. Somebody messaged earlier and said, I'm driving from Harrison to Little Rock. That could be a pretty rough drive if you haven't already left. The storms are approaching, so keep that in mind. This is that drive. The storms are moving this way. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan. We have some storms, supercells here that are closer to the center of the low pressure system in south central to southeastern Kansas. Particularly the two that I'm interested in. I have y'all watched, and they're entering the Kansas state line here just out of Oklahoma, near Caney, Kansas, and also Lenape, Oklahoma. El Paso to the south of Coffeyville, Kansas. Those don't have warnings on them at all, but I would just about bet that we have some weak tornadoes on these storms. I think they're very capable of weak tornadoes. In fact, mesoanalysis shows that 3 capes, so the first little bit of the atmosphere and a vorticity maximum, so the most spin, right, overlapped on top of each other in the same area, right over these supercells. So this is a pretty classic look for weak tornadoes from these really tiny shrimp supercells here. And I just about bet that even though we don't have any spotters on them, as far as I know, that these have maybe some funnels on them, or possibly even weak tornadoes touching the ground. So y'all watch out over there. I have low confidence indicating kind of more on the strength side that we may not see warnings with these, but if we do, or if there are any tornadoes documented from these, that's the reason why.
Thank you very much, meteorologist Andy Hill. We've got to watch these storms back here around Caney, Coffeyville. We do have a couple of special weather statements on top of those y'all watches. We're mostly talking about grape-sized hail and less than 30-mile-per-hour winds for the most part, but of course there could be some pockets of stronger winds in there as well. But yeah, potentially some small hail moving into Caney and Coffeyville. Now, let's go back to our considerable severe thunderstorm warnings. Warsaw, Cross Timbers, and Hermitage, get ready for those 70-mile-per-hour winds. We also continue to have that warning here for Springfield. Showing now. And Nixa down to Branson. I do think that this is going to cause some power outages and some down trees, so make sure you guys are away from windows and all that good stuff and are prepared. It's coming in within the next 10-20 minutes. We've got a bunch of traffic cameras in Springfield showing us what that looks like in real time. And yeah, we're going to be here as the storm comes through.
Ryan, Annie Oakley sent in a super chat. Ryan, you're in our neck of the woods. Bevier Mo is pronounced Bevier, like bet minus the T. We live in Moberly. Hope that helps you. Lol. From Annie and David Samar.
Thank you, Annie. Appreciate it. Appreciate the help. But I think even Y'allbot pronounced it wrong, so we're completely helpless over here. Check Green Forest. Okay. Green Forest, Arkansas. You guys are getting hit by that strong storm that we're looking at. That's also coming into Huff here soon and Harrison. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing damaging winds. It's mostly over for you in Green Forest. Give it another 5-10 minutes and the storm will be past you. So hopefully you're all right. And the worst of it's going to get by you very soon. Bolivar, Missouri. Yes, it's literally same thing. You've got a strong storm coming through right now. Give it probably 10-15 minutes and it'll be over. You want to stay sheltered, indoors, away from windows. But the strongest part of the storm's coming through at this moment. Got a couple of little sneaky looking areas popping up on our line here just north of Springfield. Now that we're pretty close to the radar, you can see some interesting features here. This is why we have that tornado possible tag on the warning. There could be some quick spin up tornadoes happening here, maybe around Hetty and Hackney as it moves over towards Highway 13 between Brighton and Ebenezer. You can see these little areas. Little pockets of velocities that are a little bit more variant here between Morrisville. And look here, Andy just put out a y'all watch for that area that we were just talking about. So and meteorologist Andy Hill is also watching this as it goes up towards Pleasant Hope, Goodnight, and areas up towards Red Top. So definitely got to keep an eye on stuff like that. The winds, the straight line winds themselves are going to be quite intense as they come through Springfield and areas just to the north, but you add on a spin-up tornado on top of that, and it can do some pretty serious damage. So hopefully you guys are ready to take shelter if they trigger a tornado warning for that. And honestly, I'd take shelter anyways just because the winds are going to be strong enough to
A new
cause
tornado
damage.
warning has been issued.
Okay, and we're back in Tornado Warning Town. We've got one here for Boone and Marion counties in Arkansas. So rotation back there near Huff. is prompting a new warning for Omaha, Lead Hill, Harrison, Bergman, and Diamond City. Take shelter if you live out there. Some other places that could be impacted here include the Parker's RV Park, the Claude Community Health Center, Crossroads Medical Clinic, and the Cottonwood Fire Department. And we got a upgraded considerable severe thunderstorm warning now. For Sedalia, 70-mile-per-hour winds are coming in potentially from Windsor to Smithton and Sedalia in Missouri. Get in that safe spot away from windows. This is a razor-thin line of storms that's about to come through Springfield. So it should be over very soon after it starts, but it's going to be intense as it hits. Sedalia. Okay. You guys. Oh, man. Yeah, if you're just now tuning in, we've got a bunch of storms right now. We've got one tornado warning. I do think that we're going to continue to have a tornado threat well into the evening here. We might actually see it maximize between 6 and 9 p.m. or so. So the closer these storms get to more central and maybe even northeast Missouri, we're going to continue to be concerned about the tornado threat. But the damaging wind situation is very much the main focus for most of the people who are under warnings right now. Bring Yalbot on and let... Yeah, no. It's just going to be town pronunciations. Actually, you know what? I will. Give me just a second. I got to change one thing. We'll let Yalbot read your all's last 500 messages.
All right, Ryan, hold on to your radar. The chat is still hyper-focused on that southwest Missouri action. Lots of reports of wind and rain coming in from the Springfield, Nixa, Republic, and Clever corridor, and continued concern for Branson. Also, quick pronunciation check from the gallery. Multiple viewers are saying Sedalia is more like Sedalia, and Dardanelle, Arkansas is Dardanelle. But hey, they appreciate you nailing Bolivar.
Okay, so y'all but just pronounced all of that wrong. It's not Sedalia. It's more like Sedalia. And it's not Dardendale. It's a little bit more like Dardendale. New considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Benton, Camden, Dallas, Hickory, Laclede, Miller, Morgan, and Polk counties in Missouri. This is a large one. This goes all the way out to Versailles. Or do you guys do Versailles here? Eldon, Laurie, and Lebanon. This is going to bring those 70-mile-per-hour winds into your neck of the woods. The Highway 5 corridor and 54 and 65 are going to be quite treacherous over the next hour. 70-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-sized hail, tornado possible, damage threat considerable.
Ryan, Elon McDaughter sent in a super chat. They're going into college for meteorology and wanted to say your streams are super informative and educational. Sending much love from Pennsylvania. And they said we should all get an extra cookie for the hard work. Thanks, Elon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And good luck in school. You're going to be great. Especially, I mean, if you're watching this stream, you know, of course. Yeah, stuff's really ramping up there in Springfield, and we actually just got a wind gust report from Springfield of that's right at 60 miles per hour, right next to the radar. So that's an ASOS station at the actual weather service. So 59 miles per hour to be exact. So we're going to have widespread tree limbs and stuff like that being reported down all across Springfield here. And just to the north of Springfield, we got a couple areas of rotation that we're watching. Right here north and east of Brighton, that could be a spin-up tornado that's about to come up towards Rex, Schofield, and Foose. Same thing for right here. That's going to go up towards Pleasant Hope, Goodnight, and Red Top. Not as much swirling action in Springfield, but the straight line winds are definitely going to be a problem. Same thing in Nixa. Hey, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for y'all in Hot Springs, Arkadelphia, and Hot Springs Village. 60 mile per hour winds, 1-inch hail, tornado possible for Clark, Garland, Montgomery, Perry, Pike, Saline, and Yale counties in Arkansas for the next 43 minutes. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan, watching that storm east of Mount Ida, Arkansas, that I've got y'all watch there, eastern Montgomery County, definitely ramped up on the latest scan to the point where I would consider it worthwhile of a tornado warning as it goes to the north and east. So areas north of Crystal Springs, east of Mount Ida, Arkansas, y'all watch out. We'll see if the warning is issued there.
Thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill. We might see a tornado warning at some point for this area of rotation. That rotation is very close to the Wichita Lakeside Market. Is this the place? Do you guys do Wichita or Washita? But the Lakeside Market there, the Bass Boys Tackle Company on Highway 270, that's right around where a tornado could potentially be forming right now. That'll also be going up towards the lake, obviously. So, I mean, who knows how many daggone RVs and stuff we've got around here, but specifically the western forks of Lake Ouachita. We've got to watch very closely here for a potential tornado warning at some point. How does it look in Illinois and the St. Louis area tonight? You're under a tornado watch till 11 p.m. So we'll be hanging out likely. Storms are going to be, you know, it's a developing situation, right? So we're going to keep an eye on the storms as they get closer to you, and we'll let you know. We're nowcasting. We're not forecasting at the moment. Back to Springfield. Very strong storm still going through town right now. This is what it looks like out there. And this is what you can expect next in Ozark and Stratford. Colin, hey Ryan, big weather fan. I'm just curious, what do you use to monitor the weather? It links together all the storm chasers, storm reports, and the Department of Transportation cameras. What the heck is this? This is Yaldar. This is the piece of software I've been trying to make to help us make our live streams better for y'all. So yeah, we're working on making some aspects of it available, but I am not a professional software developer, so I don't have the means to let you guys have access to it here. I'm not trying to hoard it to myself. It's just specifically made for my computer, and it would probably crash and burn and maybe even be a security risk if you were to try to download it. Just to be honest. But stay tuned. We're going to announce some cool stuff concerning that world soon. All right, how are we doing in Springfield? The strongest part of the storm is now past Elwood and Ritter. It's moving more into Mascot and downtown Springford and Mumford right now. Missouri State University, you're about to get in on some of those strong winds as we speak. Yeah, I told you it would hit really fast and really hard, and it's going to be over about as fast as it started. Nixa, yeah, you guys are also getting in on a good storm. It'll be over in about 10 minutes as well. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning in Arkansas, though. This is going to be for Russellville, Hector, Clinton, Perryville, Morrilton. We're talking about Conway, Johnson, Logan, Perry, Pope, Saline, Van Buren, and Yell counties. Tornado possible. All these storms down here in Arkansas, especially the farther south you go, they're all starting to rotate a little bit more. So we're probably going to have to focus a lot on these storms. Get ready for 60-mile-per-hour winds, though, in the near future, maybe around Carter Cove, Ivy's Cove, Austin School, Dardendale School. How about you over there at the Millard Henry Clinic and the Ozark Medical Health Center, the Hughes Community Center, and the Chickasaw Rural Fire Department, all in the path of potential 60-mile-per-hour winds over the next little bit. Interstate 40, east of Russellville and west of Conway. It's going to be some treacherous travel over the next 38 minutes. Can you explain the weather intensity score? Yeah, very briefly. You can see right now the weather intensity score is 134.72. Everything that happens in the weather world is assigned a point value.
A new tornado
like
warning
this tornado
has been
warning
issued.
that just came out. That's going to cause the weather intensity score to go up. It updates every 60 seconds. By the way, that tornado warning is in line with Andy's Y'all watch that he's had out here for Buffalo, Reynolds, and Cloverdale. Now we've got all of Dallas, a little bit, and lots of Polk County in Missouri under a tornado warning. This is going to be mostly focused on this area of rotation right here near Schofield, Foose, moving up towards Cloverdale, Woodhill, and Windyville. So you guys get ready for a potential tornado here. It does actually look like a pretty robust area of rotation coming up. So you want to take this seriously, and you want to take shelter, especially at the Ho-Hum Canoe Rental Campground site and the Riverfront Campground and Canoe site. Consolidated School number 8 and Concord School are in the path here, and the Twin Crescent Drive-In Cinema right in the path of that area of rotation. So y'all take shelter. You want to get into that most interior room, helmet on if you can, shoes on, bring me with you, get comfortable in that shelter. You're going to be in there for about 45 minutes, especially all the way up there towards Lewisburg. Can't confirm a tornado on the ground right now, but all signs point to potential tornado genesis, especially in the town of Buffalo and Reynolds. So take shelter now. All right, so the next time you see the weather intensity score, it's going to be higher than what it was before because now we have a new added feature to our current weather system, right? There's more tornado warnings. Now there's a new severe thunderstorm warning. Everything adds a point, and like tornado warnings obviously are worth more than severe thunderstorm warnings. Tornado warnings for large population centers are worth more. And then also as the warning gets closer to expiration, the point value goes down. It's a very long, complex algorithm that just tells us very accurately exactly how intense the weather is across the entire United States right now. And we've got a log of all of the past events and stuff. It's helping us make a lot of internal decisions here at the Weather House. So if you just now tuned in, though, we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Christian, Douglas, Greene, Ozark, Taney, Webster, and Wright counties in Missouri. This is going to affect places like Strafford, Marshfield, Fordland, Seymour, Hartville, Norwood, Sparta, Forsyth, and Gainesville in Missouri over the next hour. 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail are going to be possible, and a tornado is possible. With this line of storms as it moves east. We are concerned about places like Ava and Seymour, obviously, but also more specifically the Barkay Wrangler Camp, the RV and Ozark Plaza, and Trailhead Campsite. Additionally, Eureka School, Green Valley School, Homestead School, and let's see here, the I can't say that. But the Town Square Amphitheater stage and water and fire show, that's in the path here of some of the greater winds that we will see as the strongest part of the storm is really going to be moving right along Highway 60. So you guys get ready, especially around the Finbrook Girl Scout Camp. It's all coming in over the next little bit. Get ready. This is what it looks like in Springfield right now. So what we're seeing in Springfield is what you will see in Seymour within the next, 20 minutes or so. So we're just giving you an idea of what to expect there. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan, I'm watching a little area of suspicion near Nixa and Fremont Hills here in the south side of Springfield. You can see that sort of bookend presentation where it looks like the hook is actually curving backwards there. Just a little bit above the surface on the second total velocity, there's a stronger couplet there. So I wouldn't be surprised with a warning for southeastern Greene County, Missouri, as it exits Christian County, Missouri here and goes off to the north and east. So just in case that ramps up, y'all watch out in that area for a weak tornado possible.
All right. Thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill. We're watching out down here in Cody and Oak Grove Heights for the next 30 minutes or so, okay? You're going to get hit by these strong winds that we're showing you through the traffic cameras, but we've also got a tornado possible. So keep that in mind as the storm moves through the Highway 60 corridor there to the south and east of Springfield. We also got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Mountain Home, Bull Shows, Marshall and Leslie. Y'all get ready for that. And our tornado warning up here for Dallas County, Missouri continues for the next 31 minutes. Hopefully everybody in the town of Buffalo, once again, is sheltered. 31 minutes also left on this tornado warning for Diamond City. And this is basically Boone and Marion counties in Arkansas. Take shelter. Interior room, a bathroom, closet, preferably a basement, or an underground storm cellar. But if you don't have that and you're in a site-built home or a well-built building, you want to get into that most interior room with as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Wear a helmet if you can. Shoes on. You might have to evacuate the premises and walk over glass, nails, whatever, if there's damage, you know. So shoes is an important thing to remember. Can you check? Yeah. Teresa, there is a flash flood warning in effect for Sedalia here. Flash flooding is being caused by thunderstorms. That's gonna, if it's already flooding up there, it's gonna get worse. We've got lots more rain on the way. Same thing for y'all in Boonville and Marshall. It's pretty much done in Nixa. Yeah, I told y'all it's gonna hit fast. This razor thin line of storms here is going to be really intense, and then it's just going to stop. Go ahead, Andy.
Ryan, I have this y'all watch drawn for Glenwood, Arkansas, and areas to the east-northeast. That's a cell approaching Hot Springs there in Arkansas. It does look a lot better from the Little Rock radar in particular, is the one you can use to highlight this area of rotation on velocity. So that one does look like it is ramping up more. So if we see a tornado warning there along Highway 70 up towards the Crystal Springs, Mountain Pine, and Hot Springs area, as discussed previously, that would be the reason why it looks a little more pertinent now.
All right, thank you, Andy.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Perfect timing. Tornado warning just now issued for that exact area. That tornado warning is for Clark, Garland, Hot Spring, Montgomery, and Pike counties in Arkansas. We've got an intense area of rotation coming together that's going to ride Highway 70 right up into the greater Hot Springs area. So take shelter. And if you know anybody in Hot Springs, please let them know about this. Hopefully the sirens are going off and everybody knows about it already, but just in case anybody might not be familiar with what's going on here, let them know what's happening. And we're going to be here doing free coverage, commercial free, wall-to-wall through the evening. Okay? So feel free to share us out there, because it does look like we're now going to enter another intensification phase where we start to see more and more tornado warnings coming out. So, this rotation right here is very close to Highway 70, specifically near the Circle Cross Cowboy Church. That's where it is right now. It's moving off to the north and east, and Andy has another update for us. Go ahead.
Hey, Ryan, you could probably see the one I'm going to talk about there just to the north, but I've got that y'all watch too. Definitely looks the best in the latest scans. And I agree with you that we're starting to enter this more favorable corridor here as we get into central Arkansas, with conditions in place in the atmosphere, both thermodynamically and kinematically, meaning the winds. So we'll see if that one also gets that tornado warning just to the north and west of Hot Springs, headed up towards the Hollis and perhaps Jesseville, Arkansas areas there, northern Garland County and southern Perry County.
Thank you, meteorologist Andy Hill. There's likely going to be another tornado warning issued here soon, maybe all the way out there towards Mount Tabor, and maybe even Ava, Arkansas. So y'all watch out. But right now we need you to take shelter immediately. If you are along Highway 70 approaching Hot Springs between Amity and Hot Springs and Mountain Pine, if you're in Mountain Pine, take shelter now in Arkansas. Once again, that rotation is currently near the Pigeon Roost shooting range and the Mount Tabor Church. And it's going to continue to move off to the north and east towards places like the Grants Chapel United Methodist Church. You guys are in the path. The Log Cabin Liquor Store is in the path. Airport Road, Percy Bridge, and of course, Old Dallas Road. All in the path of this very dangerous storm as it approaches Hot Springs and the areas between Hot Springs and Mountain Pine, including the Mid-America Science Museum, the Treasure Isle RV Park, and Dockzilla, Lake Hamilton. Please take shelter if you're in this area. Likely, I think we're about to see a couple of tornado warnings come out across portions of, central and southwestern
a new tornado
Arkansas. Here's the second
has been
one.
issued.
So new tornado warning now issued for Garland, Montgomery, Perry, and Saline counties in Arkansas. That's the rotation that Andy was just talking about there. This one is a little bit farther to the north and west, but it also looks, it looks like it's pretty close to producing a tornado. So we really need you to take shelter if you're in the path of this one, including in the town of Avant. We're talking about minutes, maybe even seconds before that rotation gets over you. A decent sized community here. Once it gets past Avant, it's going to go towards the Jessieville shooting range. Then Gary Salmon's law office there on Highway 298. So if this is a tornado on the ground, it would cross Highway 298 near Gary Salmon's law office and Ridgeline Drive. So if you're familiar with this area, you probably know what I'm talking about. Then the actual rotation is going to go over Blue Mountain and the Big Bear shelter area. And then that's going to go up into a much more rural area. And we're going to hope that it kind of fades out before it gets up closer to Hollis. But if it doesn't, those most immediate areas of concern are going to be right there along Mount Tabor and Highway 298. So we've got 2 tornado warnings now in Arkansas. Well, actually we have 3, but we have 2 new tornado warnings down here in Arkansas near Hot Springs and Hot Springs Village. Y'all take shelter now. We continue to have a tornado warning in Dallas County, Missouri. So
a new
this is for Windyville, Platte, and Corkery. This goes on for 24 more minutes. Stay in your safe spots out here in Dallas County. We just got a new tornado warning in Missouri. This is going to be for Christian, Douglas, and Taney County. This area of rotation north of Taneyville will move up towards Whitty, Merritt, Red Bank, Ongo, Depew, and Tigris in Missouri. Take shelter immediately. This is going to include the Bar K Wrangler Camp and the Ava Police Department. Yeah, that one's tightening up down here. So really concerned about the storms in Arkansas right now. And that's, these storms are coming towards Little Rock eventually. So we've got to start thinking about Little Rock. And if you live in Little Rock, be prepared for potential tornado warnings later today. Maybe within the next couple of hours, honestly. Does Ava? Yeah, if you're in the tornado warning, take shelter. 100%.
Ryan, Victoria Maddox sent in a super chat. She says, "Hey Ryan, y'all are with us during Easter dinner. We're in New London, Missouri. Thankful for the weather wizard watching the skies today."
Thank you. New London, Missouri. This is an area that we will be watching much closer tonight. Well, honestly, probably in a couple of hours. Northeast Missouri, up there where you guys are, might be in play in a couple of hours. So stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. Right now, there's nothing to worry about. Enjoy Easter dinner. But there could be a couple of warnings flying out here before we enter the nighttime period. So keep that in mind. Appreciate the support. As always, Bolivar, you guys, I believe, are fine now. The worst of the storm has passed you in Missouri. Out of Cincinnati, you look tonight, mostly fine. Mostly fine. We could have some storms early in the morning, but they will be likely below severe limits. In a tornado and you live in a shelter and your only options are a trailer or a vehicle, what's the best option? The best option would be to pay attention to this channel, right? Hopefully we are able to give you an early heads up long before the tornado warning even gets to you. And you call your buddy who has a site-built home or works at a place that's in a a concrete building, or you go to your friends or family's house and you hang out there for the day. Just being honest with you. What website are you using for your radar on the top right hand side of the screen? You talking about this? It's not a website. It's an application. And once again, it's not. There's a million different radar sites and apps out there, but once we package this stuff up into a nice and neat downloadable thing for you, we'll let you know. But there's there's really no difference between what I'm using here and a lot of your favorite. If you just search radar app, on your phone or whatever, there's just some specific features built in here that helps me make the live streams easier for me to run. Jefferson City, you guys are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Get ready for 60-mile-per-hour winds over the next hour. And we just got a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Cooper and Pettis counties in Missouri. That's going to be just to the north and west of that other one that we were just talking about. This includes Boonville, Pilot Grove. Get ready for maybe 70-mile-per-hour winds coming in here soon. Considerable damage possible up there near Interstate 70 west of Columbia. No warning yet for Columbia, but we're watching y'all closely. Are we expecting anything in Louisiana today? Yeah, well, there could be some storms, especially in far northwest Louisiana. There's actually a storm right now east of Shreveport, north of Minden. It's not severe or anything, but we're watching it. Also, you're under a tornado watch in Shreveport for the next 3 hours, so keep an eye on the skies. There's a much lower chance of anything happening down here versus up to the north, but still, it's a non-zero chance. So we don't want to take our chances by disregarding warnings and stuff like that, Shadowlands, we could see some storms later tonight, maybe closer to 10 or 11. Joe, Las Vegas, out west. Yeah, I think you guys are fine. Yeah. How is St. Louis? St. Louis is fine right now, but there will be storms later. The number one area of concern at this moment is going to be Hot Springs in that general vicinity down here in to the south and west of Little Rock. We've got some pretty intense rotation coming together on these storms, and there's another one back here south and west of Amity that might need to be watched in the future. But this is, hopefully we don't see any further intensification of these storms, because these are really in a good environment right now to potentially produce tornadoes. Very strong straight line winds are about to move into Eldon, Lake Ozark, Osage Beach, and Lebanon, and Phillipsburg here soon in Missouri. So you guys get ready for that. Yeah, Krista, yeah, for sure. All right, let me summarize the chat here because I have no idea. I can't keep up.
Yo, Weather Wizard. Chat's currently obsessed with that rotation near Buffalo, Missouri. Lots of talk about debris signatures, plus tornado warnings firing off in Boone County and the Hot Springs area in Arkansas. Also, the Sedalia fan club wanted me to tell you it's pronounced more like Sedalia.
Thank you, Yobot. So there was a tornado warning for Buffalo. That's been allowed to expire. The rotation with that has let up. But the storm is still strong, and it's still coming towards you over there in Lebanon, Missouri, and up there towards Camdenton. We could expect potentially up to 70-mile-per-hour winds with that one over the next little bit. This is also the one that's coming up towards Jefferson City. So y'all get ready.
Ryan, A.J. Brown sent in a super chat asking about Peoria, Illinois, and also Harrisburg, Illinois, and surrounding areas.
Peoria, Illinois, you guys are under a tornado watch until 11 p.m., and it looks to me like storms would enter the greater Peoria area around 11 p.m., to be honest with you. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, like 9 or 10. But, yeah, the storms are going to get into St. Louis around 8 or 9, and then Peoria, Illinois, that area between 10 and 11. So maybe as early as 9. The farther out into the future we go, the harder it is to pinpoint exact times. But, yeah, we're going to be watching y'all later tonight for sure. Poplar Bluff, you guys, yeah, some storms will make it into your neck of the woods, probably closer to 10 or so.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we got a new tornado warning for Moniteau County in Missouri. That's going to be for this area of rotation that's coming together here near Aikinsville. And moving up towards Tipton.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
And we just got another new tornado warning in Arkansas. And that's for the y'all watch that Andy just put out in the area of rotation that we were talking about near Amity earlier. So we've got 3 pretty robust areas of rotation that we're watching down here approaching Hot Springs and then eventually Little Rock. But this one is looking quite intense near Amity. That rotation is currently very close to the South Fork of Woodall Creek as it moves up towards the Ridge and Ouachita Hills Academy. So y'all get ready down here in Amity and take shelter. You are under a tornado warning in Clark, Garland, Hot Spring, and Pike counties in Arkansas. This is a dangerous storm. And you want to shelter for at least the next 41 minutes. Interior room, closet, bathroom, helmets, shoes. Take me with you. Let's go. That's our latest tornado warning there. And it's very, I mean, this is the kind of storm that can absolutely cause a tornado pretty quickly. So get ready in majors and nuts. Go ahead, meteorologist Andy Hill.
Hey Ryan, a couple of things for you to focus on here are storm near Crystal Springs that's warned. The middle warning there is a confirmed warning now from Broadcast Media. So that has been upgraded. So we'll focus in on that to follow where the tornado is as it approaches Highway 270 there east of Crystal Springs, Arkansas. In addition to that, from the Shreveport radar, I have a little mini supercell, little shrimp down here highlighted that is pretty far southwest of Texarkana, but it has the best rotation of all of the ones down there. So I have it highlighted, and will come pretty close to Texarkana. I believe the Y'all Watch goes just outside of that area. So y'all watch out for those storms down there. Those are mini spinnies, power showers, whatever you want to call them. They are definitely rotating down there, so they're proper supercells despite their size. And I think those are the two things I had for you.
Okay, thank you, Andy. We'll come back down here to Texarkana and this storm the moment there's another update. But let's hone in a little bit on the confirmed or observed tornado warning now for Mountain Pine down here in Garland County in Arkansas. That rotation is near McDowell Cemetery, moving up towards Crystal Springs Mining Jewelry. It's about to cross over Highway 270 near Judy's Storage and Elite Sporting Events. That's Hoop Play USA. Albert Pike Road. Get ready for a potential direct impact of a tornado if that's actually on the ground. And it's going to move up towards Guard for Life, the Brady Mountain Cutoff Road, Allen's Mobile Detailing, Old Bear Road, Topwater Plumbing, and the town of Bear needs to take shelter right now. This is also coming up towards Halls. All right, if you know where Brady Mountain is, if you know where Echo Canyon Resort is, Blakely Mountain Dam, and of course the Vista at the lake. All of these places could be in the path of this tornado as it moves off to the north and east. An observed tornado warning once again for Garland County, Arkansas. Take shelter. This is generally coming towards Mountain Pine as well, Ozark, Lithia, and Mountain Valley. We need you to take shelter. We've got multiple tornado warnings around Hot Springs, but the actual downtown Hot Springs area isn't under a tornado warning at the moment, but I would definitely be taking precautions in Hot Springs and getting ready to take shelter just in case.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning just issued for Morgan County in Missouri. So that's okay. So that's associated with the warning that we just got for Tipton. So
a new tornado
and so
warning
is that one. The Cooper County, Missouri. This is all the same storm, split up into 3 different warnings here. But Boonville, Windsor Place, Prairie Home, and Bunketon, you guys need to take shelter right now as a very strong area of rotation, once again, is about to come up into the area and potentially produce a tornado. This includes the MRVSEA campground and the Cooper County Memorial Hospital. We need to take shelter immediately, get into those interior hallways. And, 22 minutes on that warning. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tornado warnings. But once again, this one here, it kind of just, there's 3 warnings technically, but this is 1 warning. They've had to split it up due to the bureaucracy of the CWAs with the National Weather Service. Andy's also got a really good y'all watch here for Hector and East Fork Wilderness. We've got to keep an eye on this area as there's some rotation coming together with this storm. We've got low confidence that they'll issue a tornado warning for this, so y'all watch out in Hector, Arkansas. Yeah, let's start a little bit earlier.
Ryan, Sanctified Supply Co. sent in a super chat. They say, thank you for all you and your team do, and are asking how things are looking near Ava, Missouri.
So Ava... you guys have a tornado warning just to your west, but you're not under a tornado warning yourself. There is a strong storm coming into Ava, though, with a tornado possible tag. So I would definitely be getting ready in Ava to take shelter. In fact, I would just take shelter anyways, just in case, as this is the kind of line of storms that could produce a spin-up tornado very quickly. We know for sure that there's going to be at least 60-mile-per-hour winds possible where you are. That can bring down tree limbs and blow out windows in some cases if the right thing hits it. So get out of the living room and get into that more interior room, at least for the next 35 minutes. Sorry, that was a little loud. Yeah, I mean, out of all of these storms, the ones that I'm most concerned about are down there in Arkansas. Don't get me wrong; these ones up here in Missouri are looking pretty gnarly. Pretty good storm going through Marshfield right now. That's going to go on up towards. How do you guys say this? Niangua, and Johnson Ford and Bracken. So get ready for the strong winds there. Several different bowing segments and notches in this line indicate strong winds and several different areas of rotation. So we'll see continued tornado warnings up there in Missouri, but the tornado warnings in Arkansas right now, there's much more significant rotation associated with these, at least for now. We'll see how long that lasts. Niangua? Got it. Oops. It'll be much later before these storms get into Illinois. Well, I guess it depends on which part of Illinois you're talking about, but assuming you mean the earliest time that the storms will enter Illinois, we're talking about 8 p.m. probably, 8 p.m. Yeah, hopefully everybody down here in Amity's doing all right. That rotation's coming over town right now. Then we're going to be talking about Point Clear, Beaton, Oma, Lofton, and Pettyview. This one's heading right up towards Hot Springs too, so y'all watch out up there. Here's what it looks like in London, Arkansas right now. Also, they downgraded the confirmed tornado warning to a regular tornado warning here as it approaches Mountain Pine. I don't believe we had a tornado on the ground with this one. It was likely a wall cloud, though, that was seen by broadcast media. But hey, like that means that this is very close to producing a tornado, so we definitely need to be in our safe spots in Mountain Pine and Mountain Valley up here to the north and west of Hot Springs. Dangerous storm coming in right now. Mads, all the time. All the time.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We just got a new tornado warning in Missouri. That's going to be for Douglas, Webster, and Wright counties in Missouri. That includes Hartville. Okay, so Hartville, areas between Seymour and Norwood. please take shelter. This includes the Sunrise School and the High Point School. Yeah, I'm just kind of setting up our plan here. Like there's a lot of cameras to choose from as the storm gets closer to Hot Springs. I want to be able to show some sort of visual. And as I continue to look at these options, let's hear from Elijah. Go ahead.
Hey Ryan, so I have a damage report now, back from Lamar, Missouri. We talked about that storm and that town a while ago on the stream, but it looks like straight line winds or maybe a possible tornado actually took down the tornado sirens in Lamar. There was a photo that was posted of the pole that held the tornado sirens being toppled over. So currently, Lamar, Missouri, I don't believe they have tornado sirens right now. That's good, though. The storms have already passed them.
Okay, thank you, Elijah, for that information. Very interesting stuff there. I'm glad that, they probably don't need them right now, but still not a good thing. Severe thunderstorm warning is in effect, by the way, for Conway. I've got lots of people watching in Conway and Clinton over here in Arkansas. We've got about an hour on this. We're talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds coming in over the next little bit, but especially in Conway, we've got to watch out for these rotating storms that are coming up. All of these tornado warnings are kind of pointed towards Mayflower, Little Rock, Sheridan, in these areas. So let's hear from meteorologist Andy Hill.
Hey Ryan, we might have our next tornado warning here in Missouri from the Springfield radar, just to the north and west of that most recently issued warning. I've got it y'all watch there for Grove Spring, Evergreen areas east of I-44. We have a little area there that might surge forward and spin up some. Definitely looks favorable in higher tilts here on velocity, so I would not be surprised if we see that to continue to become more conducive for a tornado warning. And if it does happen, the next scan looks good, and that's the reason why.
All right. Thank you, meteorologist Andy Hill. Storm chaser Bryce Shelton is right underneath that rotation. If there's anything to see there, we should be able to see it from his vantage point. So y'all watch out all the way up towards the Highway 5 corridor near Grove Spring, Oregana, and Orla and Evergreen. This is a dangerous storm. Already have a severe thunderstorm warning. And there honestly parts of this y'all watch are actually under a tornado warning for some rotation much farther to the south. This would be a separate area of rotation that we're talking about here. This is what it looks like from Bryce Shelton's point of view, who is just to the east of Marshfield